In this series of videos, we will discuss the art of debating. In particular, there will be an emphasis on political debates. When I debated Richard Milhous Nixon on TV in 1960, many people felt that I won the debates because of my appearance on TV, while those who heard the debates on the radio felt that Nixon won.
I'm glad that you recognize that Al-Qaeda is a threat, because a few months ago, when you were asked what's the biggest geopolitical threat facing America, you said Russia. Not Al-Qaeda, you said Russia. In the 1980s are now calling to ask for their foreign policy back, because the Cold War's been over for 20 years. But Governor, when it comes to our foreign policy, you seem to want to import the foreign policies of the 1980s, just like the social policies of the 1950s and the economic policies of the 1920s. Every time you've offered an opinion, you've been wrong.
Senator, I served with Jack Kennedy. I knew Jack Kennedy. Jack Kennedy was a friend of mine. Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
May I say respectfully that I think that if I felt I owed it to the Canadian people, and I did, an apology for bantering about the subject, you, sir, owe the Canadian people a deep apology for having indulged in that kind of practice with those kinds of appointments.
I've told you and told the Canadian people, Mr. Mulroney, that I had no option.
Option, sir? You could have said, I am not going to do it. This is wrong for Canada, and I am not going to ask Canadians to pay the price. You had an option, sir, to say no, and you chose to say yes to the old attitudes and the old stories of the Liberal Party. That, sir, if I may say respectfully, that is not good enough for Canadians.
Thank you for taking the time to watch these fine examples of political debates. I'm President Kennedy. Join me in the future when we look at preparation and writing of debates.